All right, welcome back, y'all. I know it's been a long time. Let me get some light, and then we'll get going in a second. Shaboom. All right, so I got a fresh cut. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What we're gonna be going over today is basically a couple different things. I know y'all seen in the news, or not in the news, but on YouTube, the situation with T Grizzly. So I'm gonna pull that up. Let's look what they talking about. All right, let me pause this real quick. Now, you can't hear my voice, or you can't hear the computer. What's wrong with my audio? I could hear my voice now. So the mic sound good. Ain't nothing wrong with the mic.
Waiting on the block 2 hours before they got there. Going to be crazy to explain to the feds. A lot of people are talking Fed talk. A lot of people are saying that the Fed's going to be all over this case very soon. And trust me, I got something for you on that. All right, the whole time. This might turn out to be the craziest rap conspiracy of all time. I'll tell you what, if this turns out to be true, this is going to be like YNW Melly Part 2, but
All right, I got
with
it.
a
I got it.
family
I got it.
connection, with a potentially a romantic connection. Like, I ain't seen any proof of that yet, apart from a couple comments, but who knows? It's absolutely wild. He said it was a random stop going to his people's house. Common sense. How did he know to camp out for 2 hours? Trap saying over whooping is crazy. I thought there was a lot of over whooping going on in this. They're saying Grizzly better cash out jewelry and bank accounts and move to Russell Simmons Island. All right. Yeah, go ahead and lawyer up T. Trap Law Ross done made a video about you. Look, okay, I'm not the quarterback of this one, okay? You got people like Poetic Flacco really talking to families, getting courtroom information and breaking shit down. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But I appreciate you guys. And I just want to make something very clear. A lot of people seem to be getting really confused. Like, I've noticed a lot of hate comments on this recent video and other videos. People saying, Trap Law Ross, man, you've lost your way. What happened to you? Where's the
All right, now that I got my audio fixed and everything's cool, I'm gonna give y'all a quick breakdown, right, on what's happening as far as this T Grizzly situation. So allegedly, he had a manager. This manager was supposed to be his uncle's wife, right? So there's no blood relation or anything like that. A lot of people were saying that this is an incest situation. Of course, that's gonna get thrown out there when you bring up the word aunt and pregnant, you know? But that's not the case. So he's not blood related to this woman. This woman was his manager. She knew him because this was her husband's nephew, right? She also managed the bull Sada Baby. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, but he's a pretty, I guess you say, influential person around 2020, I believe. That's when he had like his hit song, 2019. But as of right now, we don't really know Sada Baby for anything. We do know T Grizzly though. We know T Grizzly for his, his streaming and what he's been doing as far as that. I was proud of T Grizzly. I always said to myself that as far as being a rapper, this is different. This is a lot of rappers fall off just like athletes, but he thought out of the box and he jumped right into the streaming. He had his own server, right? In the 5M game. I don't know if you guys play that, but it's a very, very popular game. T Grizzly, let's just say, did the right things when it was a little bit too late. All right? So it was a little bit too late for T Grizzly when he decided to start doing the right thing. He had bumped heads with his manager because she owned the masters to his music, which is very important as an artist. That basically means, like your domains, um, your equity as far as what you get from this record that you produce, right? A lot of people have had fallouts with people in the past about masters, like Michael Jackson with Sony. I know you guys heard about that, Or per se, what's another good one? Somebody that tried to get out of their deal. Little Uzi Vert with DJ Drama. DJ Drama, he signed Little Uzi Vert, right? And when he signed Lil Uzi, he controlled all of his masters. Lil Uzi was basically a puppet. He didn't like it, so he got out of that deal. He went to Rock Nation, right? And I know a lot of people are asking, well, why didn't T Grizzly just try to get out of the deal? It's not that simple, folks. You can't just get out of deals. You put your name on something in black and white. It can mean a lot sometimes in some cases. And in this case, it meant a lot. T Grizzly, I believe, based off of evidence, had paid for a hit to kill his auntie or auntie-in-law. Now, before you guys jump the gun and say, well, why are you just throwing T Grizzly under the bus? Or why are you just saying this about T Grizzly? Do your research, folks. Do your research. And when I tell you, shots have been fired at this man. It's not looking good. The guy Buka 600 is the guy that's allegedly in trouble for the shooting, right? He's locked up right now for the shooting. Now, who is Buka 600? 600 sounds familiar. 600 is also associated with OTF, Little Dirk, right? So he made this guy Buka 600 after the shooting of his auntie, his best man, at his wedding. And T Grizzly also allegedly had made a music video shortly after the shooting, right? This music video doesn't make him look any more innocent either. You know, it's like almost as if everything was planned, right? So this guy, Trap Lord Ross, we're gonna let him get a little breakdown. I don't want to talk y'all heads off or whatever, but this is basically what it is. The guys got caught in 4K display. It's not looking good at all.
Good editing that we knew. People, pay attention. This is my second channel. This is just my hangout spot. This is where we're just having fun. You're
Fast forward a little bit.
instead of blaze the whole car. Then you open the door, don't see your target, but shoot the woman 8 times. I call bullshit. Hate, just get active, all right? Get active in these YouTube streets. You want to make videos, make them yourselves. Don't just hate from the sidelines, but shout out to all the ones loving it. I don't get the pregnancy thing at all. Evidently, she didn't have a baby back then, and when she was killed, she wasn't pregnant because they would have said she was pregnant. I don't personally believe the pregnancy thing. Apparently, it's cap. Anyway, this weirdo just said he could send this to the FBI. Be careful, my guy. Don't get caught up in some stuff talking too much. Guys, if I just need to remind you once more, man, I'm a content creator, okay? I'm not. People want to say, you're a snitch, bro, I'm a content creator. I'm on Reddit. I'm a T Grizzly music fan. I'm a music fan. I'm a pundit. Just chill out, all right? With the, send it to the FBI. You could get caught up in talking too much shit. What? T Grizzly going to send the hitters to a content creator that's reading shit on Reddit? Well, might as well go and blow up the whole of Reddit while you're there. You're going to need to get some C4 and go on an excursion, go on a special military operation.
Guys, do y'all hear what he's saying? Stay off Reddit. Please stay off Reddit. If you are doing crimes and not even just doing crimes, if you're somebody that is a very sensitive person, you get what I'm saying, to some information that's going on with the world and stuff like that, Reddit is going to give it to you raw. But if you're a journalist or somebody that makes YouTube videos, Reddit is where you could get the scoop. Like, Reddit is basically real life. Reddit is also the reason that the guy, Trap Guy Rob or something like that, the person that killed Bloodhound Jeff, Reddit got him caught up. He got famous off of Reddit. So a lot of stuff is being said on this app, y'all. If you're a sensitive person, this is not for you. But if you're a journalist or somebody that needs the scoop, Reddit is something that you might want to tap into. Reddit is about to get this man T Grizzly cooked, it looks like.
To blow up the headquarters of Reddit. Sharp. Anyway, you got me activated today, all right? Because it's booming out here. So you're trying to hit a high-profile rapper, and you walk up and open the door like rappers don't ride with pipes instead of blaze the whole car. Then you open the door, don't see your target, but shoot the woman 8 times. I call bullshit.
What do we think about that? Does that even make sense? Like, a guy like T Grizzly, now no glazing T Grizzly. I don't know if he's a tough guy or not. I really don't listen to him that much, right? But would I think that T Grizzly don't got that blick on him? But I think that T Grizzly ain't packing to where as though I would just open up his car door, look around a little bit, and then start shooting shots? Nah. Everybody knows that celebrities come with bodyguards, and those bodyguards usually carry weapons or they carry serious muscle mass, and you're going to get your behind stomped out pretty bad, right? So it just leads me to believe that whoever opened up that car door, which they're alleging is Buka 600, I believe, he knew who was in the car. He knew T Grizzly wasn't in the car. That's what it's looking like. Sorry, man.
Listen to T Grizzly Had To and Robbery Parts 1 to 9. He definitely did that stuff. T Grizzly riding around in the drop top because he knows ain't nobody looking for him. This is the thing, bro. It's like, I don't know the full extent of T Grizzly's street war, and it's something I definitely want to look at on the main channel in detail at some point soon. But bro, we're talking about imaginary ops out here, all right? Imaginary ops, it's crazy. Am I the only one that finds it weird he's playing video games while doing an interview about his aunt's killing? It is a little bit strange, all right? It is a little bit strange. It's very strange.
Hit that right on the money, didn't they? Like, you ever... Hold on. Let me turn that light back off. We don't really need that. I can just turn my brightness up. Have y'all ever, right, questioned a little kid, right? And the little kid is like kind of standoffish when you ask them questions, lying to you, you know, playing this video game, can't make eye contact with you. It's just given that, if you ask me, like, what grown man talking about somebody that he just made a music video about that he loves is gonna sit there and, you know, just kind of have that disconnect from the conversation and play video games. And I watched it. We're gonna actually pull it up right now, and we'll come back to this. But let's see T Grizzly
right. My
being
questioned.
questioned.
He can't look at anyone in the eyes when he's playing the game and when he's talking on camera. He's averting his gaze. This is evil. If he indeed did this, not Ross saying he should send the gun video on the highway to the feds. I really didn't rate that video of them toting guns out the window.
All right. So I think there's a video on YouTube somewhere of him playing video games. All right, right here. This is 5 years ago.
You get hit in her head or her face and then just all on her side. You feel me?
How many
on
times?
the side where her heart at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on the side like where her heart at too. So that shit was fucked up. She got shot like that before a long time ago with my uncle.
Okay.
His car got shot up, and she got hit in the exact same place, but she lived. You know what I'm saying? Because she went straight to the hospital.
Okay.
My uncle drove straight to the hospital as soon as it happened. But
was she alive when did she die on the scene or the hospital?
I don't even. I think that no. She died at the hospital. She was still alive. She was still breathing and everything. She called me.
She called you.
Before I continue this video, I'm not no body language specialist. I ain't no detective. My great grandfather was one. Shout out to him. But one thing I'll say is something just seemed a little bit off to me. Like, it just, when somebody explains a story of something happening and they giving it to you like they want you to believe them, you don't ever believe them, you know? Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But when somebody tries to force you to believe them, which that's what he's given to me, like, that's kind of the hand movements, like he's moving his hands like a girl almost, you know. These are all physical tells that you either know something that people don't know, right? Or you're just flat out lying about the situation. And then why did he think it was smart, if he did get the hit put on her, to then come out and give description of the events that took place? Like, bro, if you do get arrested, T Grizzly, you're getting arrested because of what you had said after the hit, not because of the hit. If you would have not had that guy at your wedding, you would have not made this video, and you would have just, you know, kept family business in the family, maybe, then none of this would be happening right now. I wouldn't be covering this YouTube video. Other people wouldn't be doing covers on it. You would be cool. You would have had to live with that for the rest of your life. Pretty heavy chip to have on your shoulder, but you would have not been in jail. Guys, if you get a hit done on somebody, no words must be spoken about this. This is something that you cannot talk to people about. If you murder somebody, no words can be spoken about those events that take place, because if it gets on the internet, the cops can use it against you in a court of law. I guarantee you this video will be pulled up in T Grizzly trial if he get booked. If he gets booked. This will be like exhibit A of evidence. Come on, man. Do better.
While she was shot, she called me.
What she say?
I was trying to talk to her. I didn't hear what she was saying.
Oh,
She couldn't really form no words. You know what I'm saying? But like niggas was coming for me because they opened my door
okay.
and was shooting in the car. They hit her 8 times though.
Mm. And you have no idea where this came from?
It don't sound right. Like after you explain that she called you and couldn't get out words, you have to then say again, but it was meant for me. Bro, you're making yourself look guilty because you don't even know truthfully if it was meant for you. Somebody that is a target of something usually is like, man, I don't even know. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I understand you're a celebrity, so of course you would think they would be after you, but you can't force that on people. You can't make somebody believe it, bro. This is why people started speculating because you're trying to force people to believe, oh, yeah, it was meant for me. What's meant for you is meant for you. I could see that, right? He is the worst liar that I've seen as far as rappers thus far. The worst. I hope that this man don't say nothing else as far as the situation. I know he made a video the other day addressing it, saying that it was all BS and blase blase. But please, T Grizzly, let this be the end of you talking about the situation. Get your lawyer and leave it at that. This is disgusting.
No, I ain't got no idea where it came from, but it ain't even matter where it came from.
How does it not? Hold on. I ain't got no idea where it came from, but it doesn't matter where it came from. T Grizz,
I asked a lot of people in my family for a chance.
you don't get the right to say what matters and what doesn't. You didn't lose your life, bro. You see how he's trying to shape the narrative and just basically paint the story? Cops eat that ish up. You're They eat that up. You can make the fans believe that, your diehard fans, but honestly, the cops is not gonna believe that, bro. And we about to get off this topic soon, but guys, hear me out. If anybody finds something on Sada Baby talking about this, the other guy that was getting managed by this woman, we're gonna look up before I'm done. Let's look up Sada Baby talking about this situation, because what he says can also incriminate T Grizzly, I believe, and his stance on it will either make him look guilty or innocent. Because Sada Baby says, "Man, T Grizzly would never do that." Some people might believe it, but then the Sada Baby is kind of standoffish and like, who knows? They might have him come testify too. Okay, look, it says Sada Baby on having to identify the body of T Grizzly's aunt, their manager. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we need.
Now, we're not going to talk about the T Grizzly situation at all.
We ain't got to.
But I do want to say his aunt was actually your manager at one point.
That's my baby.
How did you feel when she got killed?
Same way I feel now. It's fucked up.
That was sad, man.
It's past sad.
Yeah.
I had to identify a body.
Really?
Yeah, man, because, yeah, I had to.
Because you were just the first person they called at the time, or?
I was the closest to kin that was at the hospital.
Oh, because you're related to her? No?
No, I just was the closest to kin at the hospital.
Closest to kin. Okay.
Damn.
What was that like to have to look and identify the body of someone that you seem like to have a lot of love for?
Like a movie. It's just like it is in a movie. They sit you down, give you the talk, and you just hoping they beating around the bush to tell you that, well, she gonna have to be in a wheelchair for the rest of her life, or she gonna, you feel me, some shit like that. But it don't ever get to that point. It just get to the, all right, she ain't make it, so we gonna take you back here to see her. Like, it was fucked up because she looked like her face and that shit wasn't fucked up, so She just look like my auntie. She look like how I always seemed to look when she was sleeping or something. It just fucked me up. It fucked me up bad. I just asked her what she did. I asked her
God
what she
bless,
did
man.
twice. We gave her a kiss and left.
What was the situation around her death? It was a shooting, or
You can't do that one.
yeah, do that one. Okay.
Yeah, because that case open, man.
That case is open. Okay,
They,
and so they haven't solved it yet. So okay, I got you. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it ain't
I'll leave
no
it alone.
biggie. I don't got no problem with talking about my auntie. You
Yeah.
feel me? But once they done with it, you feel me? I'll be the first nigga to talk about whatever motherfuckers want to talk about.
Well, I'm sorry, man. That's a tough situation to go through.
I appreciate that, Vlad.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, I've had death in my life as well.
Yeah, that's one of them strong ones. You know, it's funerals and it's motherfuckers you love that pass, and you know what I'm saying, you cry and all that type of shit. But then there's people that die that and it hurt. You know what I'm saying? She her dying, it hurt. You feel me? It hurt me bad. So, you know, that's some shit. I think about her a lot. Got her name tattooed on my face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How long after her passing did you get that tattoo?
Man, shout out to Vlad, man. He is the best thing that probably ever happened to the cops. Do you hear how this man asks questions? Like, he's good at what he does. He's good at what he does. He'll make you say some shit that you really don't want to say, but you're going to say it. Because he just probes and probes. Like he says, we're not going to get into the T Grizzly situation, but how about your aunt? Right? And the first thing that I realized is that his eyes is closed. Let's compare that to what we just seen with T Grizzly. His eyes was wide open, you know? I'd like to look up on Google what that means as far as physical tells. To me, it gives the person that's eyes is closed has trauma from the event, right? Has emotions for this person and is trying to hold back tears, possibly, right? Because he's on Vlad. A person with wide eyes, if you ask me as far as physical tells, it could either be from shock or you're a liar. Like, I always see liars with this big-eyed facial expression when they're trying to make you believe something that's just unbelievable. Or am I tripping? That's what I got from the beginning of this. And this video is about to be over. We'll go through this whole thing. I do hope that he says at least a couple words about his beef with T Grizzly, because if y'all rewind back what I just said before I played this video, and I'm just watching this with y'all. I just watched this. It's not like I did my homework on these videos before I came to y'all. This is all freestyle, right? What did I say? I just said that if he's beefing with T Grizzly, that makes him look like he did it, you know? Why are they beefing? If they're under the same label, they probably shared dinner together once or twice with this manager. And correct me if I'm wrong, but deaths bring people closer, right? Or when you know something that you're not supposed to know, it divides people. You know, you stay away from people when you know something about a death that you're not supposed to tell.
Had to been like 3 weeks to a month.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fast.
It was fast. Was that your first face tattoo?
My second one.
Your second one. What was the first one?
I got my little brother YG name on my face, and he got killed.
Really? What was the situation?
For fucking ever. And his stupid ass, I'm so mad at him to this day. It was just, yeah, I just wish he would have stayed his ass at home. He could have stayed at home, or he could have been on the road coming to see me around. But I don't know what the fuck I was doing, or what. I didn't even have nothing going on around that time. Like I just was in Detroit. and we got the call. Like I was out getting some. Nah, but I went to his grave like a year later.
Only reason
It
I'm
took you
fast
that long
forwarding,
to kind of.
I'm fast forwarding because he's talking about somebody else. He's talking about his tattoo, his brother. So this doesn't pertain to the aunt.
I ain't want to go over there. There's him and shit on it. You feel me? So I ain't really want to go over there, but I went.
What's the age difference between you two?
Me and Marquandis, I think YG. Yeah, yeah. He was good.
All right, so that's all we got from that. I didn't pick up too much from it, so I'm gonna look at one more video and then I'm off the topic. Just because I just feel like I'm on to something with the whole Sada baby thing, and as far as his take on the whole situation. The shooter said that T Grizzly paid to get his aunt killed. This was 2 days ago. I know that guy's kind of clickbait, so I'm not gonna watch that video. Yeah, so Mac Mula, me and him kind of do the same thing. I do covers, watch a video with y'all. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a journalist or nothing like that, so I can't really piggyback off of Mac Mula's work because he doesn't really have anything to offer me besides somebody else's video. So I'm just gonna click on somebody else's video. But shout out to Mac Mula. I don't see anything else about Sada Baby. Okay. This is interesting.
Okay, I almost uploaded this story without getting the facts. I jumped the gun, but then I said, hold on, this is too serious. So right now, there's a guy on trial and the one to pull the trigger on T Grizzly's aunt JB back in 2019.
Kimberly, tonight we know the Detroit rapper was one of 3 people inside that car when the shots went off. Now, in that shooting, the rapper's aunt died, but he was not injured. Detroit police responded to the area of 3 Mile Drive just off Mack Tuesday night on the city's east side. They were out to collect evidence of multiple bullet casings regarding the deadly shooting here. It turns out someone opened fire on a black Chrysler with 3 people inside. Among those inside the vehicle, Detroit rapper.
His name's Jermaine Whedon. He's in the 3rd Circuit Court of Michigan, criminal, Judge Tracy Green. It should be on YouTube live streaming, but I went to the live streaming channel and YouTube removed it for community guidelines. I mean, I don't know, the courts, they're live streaming these criminal trials because the
Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all. Like, it's not fair that the courts can, air these trials and stuff like that, but then we can't put the stuff as far as public information or us personally post up videos covering these court trials. Like, it should be public information. You shouldn't have to take it down. But I'm not gonna argue with YouTube. YouTube pays the bills, so whatever they don't want up here, I ain't gonna be putting up.
The public's supposed to be able to see them, but I guess they're not aware of that. YouTube might take it down depending on what's testified about. So my contact told me that, and I was like, oh, that's right. And I found her channel, but it's been removed. Some contacts I had there in the courtroom told me T Grizzly was called to testify. The judge allowed him to plead the 5th, which means any answer may tend to incriminate me. Now, people often, like in a movie or something, if someone pleads the 5th, they imply that means they're.
Now, plead the 5th. What does this mean when somebody plead the 5th? That basically means I'm about to tell you something, right? I know something, but whatever I tell you and whatever I know cannot incriminate me as far as this court case. Now, why would the judge allow T Grizzly to plead the 5th? I believe because the judge was looking at T Grizzly as the victim at the time. That's just if you ask me. A judge has a right to override the state or go with the state. But from what I know and my common knowledge, the state automatically knew something was up with T Grizzly. So why would the state not intervene, step in, and what happened as far as that? But let's just continue to see what they say.
Guilty. But the way it's worded, or that they did something. And what would T Grizzly have done in the homicide of his aunt? Well, we'll get to that in a second.
No, not in a second now.
To incriminate me means, hey, someone was found deceased around where I'm at, and some witness said, well, it was a guy in a light colored shirt, or right? If I got on the stand and said, yeah, I was in that area and I had on a pink shirt, even though, let's just say in this scenario,
I already described the plead the fifth to them. I'm not.
Some say he was in the car. He said he was knocking on the door, said it was his cousin's house. They were taking a long time to answer. He wanted JB to come in with him. This was his statement to the newspaper, I think. Or this is what was in the newspaper. And then a gunman came up and shot in a car and took her out. She was the manager of him and Sada Baby. Says he's 600 Wu-Tang, who's an old black gang member connected with the whole Little Dirk murder for hire. Well, he's not charged in that, but he's part of that same set of people. I don't know if that's really him or not. I'm not sure. Now you're kind of verifying he's maybe a member of something that's a gang, and then they have the Dirk and them have a murder for hire thing coming, so no one official would verify that. So that's what the internet says. I don't know. But he is on trial. He's a guy from Chicago, the person on trial, who got caught in 2020, a year after the murder, because I found
That's his name. Y'all, his name is 600 OTF Wu-Tang. So whatever I was saying the bull name is, I apologize. That was not the person. Please do not sue me. I had the name mixed up. The guy's name that allegedly unalived T Grizzly's aunt is 600 Wu-Tang.
The Glock switch in Detroit, in Michigan.
All right, this guy is, he's giving facts, but I don't really like his storytelling. He's doing a little bit too much pausing, so I'm just going to freestyle from here because I know everything that he's saying. So we know for a fact that 600 Wu-Tang had his phone pinging to that location to, I guess, the alleged uncle of T Grizzly house 2 hours prior to them arriving at that uncle's house, right? So 600 OTF Wu-Tang knew that T Grizzly would be popping up at this location. Also, he's from Chicago. He's not from Detroit. He doesn't have any shows in Detroit, none of the sort. So he was only in Detroit for a couple of days, I believe they said, around this time of the murder. I don't even know if it was days. It might have been hours that he tried to get out of Detroit afterwards. But prior to him trying to escape and them catching him in the car with the gun and the getaway car, sounds pretty guilty to me. Before they catch him with this stuff, they say that his phone, the same one that they found in that car with that gun, pinged to the location of the uncle's house 2 hours before them arriving there. So then we go back. Rewind. We watched the T Grizzly video of when he explained what happened. Let's forget about the physical tells I was talking about. Let's think about the words that T Grizzly was talking about, right? He says, anyways, this was for me. They wasn't worried about her. They was worried about me. You know that, right? You have this man as your groomsman or whatever you call it at your wedding. And you know this information. You said it on public record. So that means that you know that this man killed your aunt. If you saying to this guy that no. Anyways, they opened up my door. It was about me. They were looking for me. And the person that is in custody for the situation was the groomsman, or not even, doesn't matter what he was. He was at your wedding, bro. This is after, post shooting, post unaliving. This is when he got married. He got married shortly after, I believe. And he made a music video. I know the judge is like banging his head on the desk right now. Like, why did I let this man plead the fifth? Because there's so many ways and loopholes that T Grizzly can now say anything that he said in these videos or whatever the case may be. He can't be held accountable for, I believe. And I think that that's the only reason that he's not arrested right now, because of this whole plead the fifth thing. I don't know, but to me it seems like that's the only reason he doesn't have them handcuffs on, because he has immunity.
And so I asked my source, so there's a rumor on the internet, and if you're following this, you'll see what the rumor is, that T Grizzly had, well, the woman described as his manager, as his aunt and manager, was his, I guess he knew her since he was young, but that was his uncle's girlfriend or wife.
We're already past all that. Get to the good part.
The prosecution, so the trial started last Monday. It's probably going to end this upcoming Monday. Probably has a good chance of beating it. I'm not sure what the witnesses are, but I was told that the prosecution's theory, listen, we just saw Diddy beat a bunch of serious charges, though he got convicted of something. They said the prosecution's theory kind of's been changing over the course of the trial, which means the prosecution probably has a weak case, meaning they started off maybe trying to fit.
I'll tell you right now, if this guy gets off with this murder, this is what happens when the prosecution doesn't have the ability to make sure that they jump at the right time. So, all right. Before they sat there and let this man T Grizzly plead the fifth, and, you know, they got this guy for the gun and the car and da-da-da-da. Those should have been the primary charges as far as the guy that he was arrested for at first, so that you can get a conviction regardless. And then with unreasonable doubt, if you can prove that this man had, you know, unalived auntie, then you throw the murder charge on there, right? But you also use this murder charge as leverage to get him to tell on T Grizzly, which we're going to get to that video too, because I hear that he's also saying that T Grizzly paid for the hit. It's just a headline on YouTube. We don't know if that's the truth. I'm not going to say that that's the truth where he said it. But, you know, I read one of those headlines, and we will be going through that as well. If they would have got this guy to say that he paid for it, then it's a murder for hire charge on T Grizzly. And I think that exceeds pleading the fifth and all that. I don't think that they care about pleading the fifth once you murder for hire, you know? I don't know the law when it comes to pleading the fifth, as far as how can they then arrest you if, you know, you're guilty of the crime that you're pleading the fifth on. Who knows? We know that this has took a huge twist in the Tory Lanez case at Megan Thee Stallion, because Megan Thee Stallion had her friend plead the fifth. Kelsey can't really get in trouble if she shot that girl, you know? And that's why Tory Lanez is sitting in jail right now, because somebody's got to be held accountable. So What do they like? I'm so interested to see what is going to happen with T Grizzly. Do I wish that he gets arrested? No. I don't wish jail on anybody, and I hope that he really did not pay for this hit. But damning evidence, isn't it?
Wow. They tried to fit maybe some facts to this rumor. But maybe some of those facts don't match up. Maybe some of the things in the rumor don't factually match up. I don't know. That's something that is said on the internet, that rumor I just said. People have said it to me in real life, but that's just a different version of an internet rumor. I really have no. I know friends with people T has gotten beats from, like, and I think I know someone that helps manage them in LA. That's a little bit. I've met them, but I don't really know them like that. So I don't know. Just off the internet. So the point of this story is legal cases are complicated. Be careful. Like all we're seeing now, all this, they're getting information off the internet, which is not a lot different than the way they, like, in a murder in the inner city type environment. Who are the witnesses? Who's outside in the hood? Like what? Like a wino, a drug addict, little kid, a homeless person? The connection between this guy Jermaine Weeden and the 600, but I guess it's true. Yeah, pretty interesting. Judge Tracy Green, you can look into it. T did plead the fifth. What does that mean? The Jermaine Weeden guy's been on trial all week, so nobody, whatever the hell went on, whatever rumor you want to believe. So there's two conflicting internet, that A, that T had it done, or that B, there was some, because T was friends with the 600 Buka or something, that there was some falling out and that they did it to him as a message. I don't know what's been said in the courtroom. I'm sure you guys will have.
If I'm T Grizzly, I'm sticking with that. You feel me? Like that's basically where I'm going with that. I'm gonna say that they must have backdoored me. You feel me? And I'm hoping, honestly, I'm not even hoping that that's a lie. Like I really do hope that them people, probably had a problem with T Grizzly or something like that and backdoored him. Who wants to sit there and find out that T Grizzly is a slimy dude? You feel what I'm saying? Like this guy. What song did he make? Couldn't wait till I get to a bag. Cause when your pocket's flat and you ain't got no job and no, you're not, and nobody giving you none. Like, come on, bruh. You got me through it with certain depressions and stuff like that. Like, I'm not a huge fan, but like, I really thought that you was a stand-up dude, and I'm hoping that he is. But anyway, that's the end of the T Grizzly stuff. We're not gonna keep talking about that or obsessing about it. I'm going to split this up after I'm done this live stream. This is going to be like 2 videos, 3 videos maybe, depending on how long I go or how long I could take. I don't want to hear about the Trump Epstein stuff. All right. So I'm going to end it there and then edit the video. Thank y'all for stopping by. Appreciate y'all. Make sure to subscribe. Hit that bell button if you want to see more videos. And that's all. See y'all next time.